Welcome to week 2 of Chris's Picks. After the positive response I received from the first video, I decided to try my hand at doing these in a bit longer format, and we're going to try and do it in a bit more of a professional format. So I'm currently downloading a video editor onto my laptop. As you can tell, we're not at the video editor level stage yet, but we're on our way. So it's going to be a working process. This thing is going to continue to evolve with time. So bear with me. I think that at the end of the season, by the championship, I think we're really going to be impressed with the product that Caldera Industries is putting out. The format for these things is going to stay relatively straightforward. We're going to recap last week's games. We're going to rewind last week's games. And then we'll move ahead to the upcoming week. So without further ado, last week, the picks went 3-3. So if you took your money to Vegas, you broke even. I like to think that the entertainment value is worth something. So, hey, maybe it was more of a profitable 3-3, if there is such a thing. We'll start with my game. Daniel, my goodness, man. Miraculous performances from Murray, Hill, and Cup. And the only way I was beating you was if I started the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Unfortunately, I left those guys on my bench. So, congratulations on the Week 1 dub. A lot of respect to you, man. Gritty and the Jets received huge games from Deebo Samuel, Miles Sanders, and Jack LaForge, who left so many points on his bench and finished with -1 defensive points, despite drafting like 5 different defenses in draft night. Dak Prescott proved to be an extremely valuable pick for Dalvin and the Chipmunks as he cruised over bitter rival Team D Night 2-8. Team Takeout ordered up some bad Chinese food. Sermon and Jasicki, I'm not Polish or whatever that guy is, so I'm not going to bother pronouncing his name correctly. They laid goose eggs. I do know what a zero looks like. They laid goose eggs against Eden Dubs and Krabs, who took home the victory in that one. If Logan keeps dropping zeros, maybe he should change his team name to Dunkin' Donuts. The force was not with everyone but Homer this week after losing to a Sado team that decided not to start an NFL quarterback or an NFL defense in Week 1. Bold move, Harry and Team Sado, but it paid off. My condolences to D-Hop. I slandered his name and he went out and proved me wrong. He's still on an irrelevant football team, though. So I'm not too concerned with that situation. The Chubby Dubbies won in impressive fashion for our game of the week, sponsored by Deer Antler Spray, which Russ must have been on to have the performance he had, because he's getting up in age to drop nearly 30 points. I mean that's a Kyler Murray thing. That's not a Russell Wilson thing. Although maybe it will be moving forward. We'll have to see. So without further ado. I said that again, huh? I'm repeating myself. We got to get a script. We got to fire a script guy that we got right now. We got to find a new guy. But anyways, we're moving on to Week 2. We'll start easy, as we always do. I've got the Chappelle Chipmunks over Team Takeout. I understand that's not Dan's team name, but the Chappelle Chipmunks might as well take the field against Team Dogan, whatever his team name is. Prove me wrong, buddy. This is also a great time to point out that we're going to have a permanent rivalry trophy that, as the Minister of Culture for this league, I just made up. Much like Army, Navy, and Air Force compete for the Commander-in-Chief trophy, Dan, Dogan, and Dill are going to compete for the Skittish Skipper Spittoon. Try saying that 3 times fast. And basically, it's going to go to whoever has the best record out of those 3 at the end of the year. So, again, this is a completely fictional trophy, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going straight chalk here, and I'm picking the Mahomes over Gritty and the Jets. Dave, you were just shy of earning a dub Week 1. I do think you pulled it off this week, particularly because I think Kirk Cousins struggles against the Cardinals' defense, even though I just slandered their football team a minute ago. And I'm not confident in Derek Carr's ability to complete the ball to Darren Waller, even though he targets him about 1,000 times a game. So I'm very interested to see what the Chubby Dubbies do against Saquon D's Nuts. I do think Scott has the better team. I am picking Scott in this one. But I think Peggy is getting a lot of slander from the computer specifically. I read that week 1 recap, and it was a complete and utter hit job. Okay, Peggy's got a better team than what the computer might think, and I don't think this is going to be the 15-point route that the experts think. I don't think they're experts at all. Until I see one Ho One Heartbeats player suck, I'm going to ride with Daniel until, like I said, until I see something different. Then you keep changing your team name, man. It's like a different pronoun each week. Like you're ruining my notes here. Anyways, this could be close. I like one Ho over Team D928. And I also respect Daniel for picking Young Hoku, stealing him from Harry in the draft, and then benching him week 1. I mean, that was pretty awesome, man. I respect that. I'm riding with the Stogies over eating dubs and crabs. Blake, please realize that if I lose to the team that scores the most points in the league again, I may quit this league. So just keep that in mind. If you want to keep me around, keep that in mind when you write the lineup this week. Game of the week, Team Sad Ho against the Dixieland Delights. Will, you've once again found your way into the game of the week. You're playing under the lights. You're playing in prime time. Your guys are getting ready for the big show. Unfortunately, you lost last week, so ouch. And unfortunately for you, this week, I'm not picking you. I'm going with Team Sad Ho. Harry, you're going to bring this one home in our game of the week. I'm really excited about it. So here we go. That was week 2. That was the upcoming week 2. Like I said, this is going to be a work in progress. We're going to get a little better each week. But until then, bear with me. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content here. I'm doing my best. It's a lot of fun to do. It's an honor to be your minister of culture. It really is. I'm going to let Iris and the Goo Goo Dolls play us out. What does this have to do with football? What does this have to do with our fantasy league? Absolutely nothing. I just like this song a lot. So like I said, I'll let this one play out. Have a great week, boys. The weekend is almost here. Very excited about it. And that'll be the end of this episode.